Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Let's Talk Rae Dunn. And today I thought that I would show you how to wrap a butter dish. This one here I have is the one that says Gobble on it. It was purchased in September of 2018. I don't know if you can kind of see this sticker here or there. And at the time they were $12.99. So let's see here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff the inside here, because if they're already like a mug, if you have any holes or empty areas like this, one of the things that you should be doing is stuffing them. And what I'm using here is just the paper that comes in the store when you make your purchase. Right now in Ontario we are on a stay-at-home order, so we can't actually go to the stores and purchase anything. So I've had to go through my stash of other items and sort of dig out what I have. So what I'm going to be doing for this particular item is using up all of my other materials that I have from home. So there, that is fully stuffed. And you know what I think I'm actually going to do is use a piece of cardboard and just kind of gauge that there a little and wrap that in just as another layer of protection, because again, these items are ceramic and I don't want any of the items that I ship out to break. So I'll just throw that in the box there. Okay, so I'm going to tape that, you know what, and I don't want any tape on my actual items. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with, just as a base here, I am going to shove some paper in that hole there too. What have I got? This piece. Shove that in there as well. So, just to start it off, I'm going to and that's just to get it started. So it doesn't have to be anything too fancy here to start. And that's obviously not going to be all of it yet. We're still going to add in a bunch of bubble wrap. Okay, so that's just to start it off. I've got the inside all jammed in with paper there. And then the next thing I'm going to do is the bubble wrap. And again, I'm just grabbing some extra pieces of bubble wrap that I have laying around. Okay, so, and I'm going to be doing several layers of bubble wrap, because obviously one piece of bubble wrap around any item really is not going to be enough when it comes to shipping. Like, you really do have to really layer on the bubble wrap, because you never know kind of, or how many times your box might be dropped or, you know, just bounced around from the post office or whomever it is that you're using to ship your item. And see, just that one piece alone, I mean, obviously, like this area here is not even protected, so that's not enough bubble wrap. Alright, so let's get another piece here, and this one, again, another extra piece that I had. Actually, I want to start going this ways now, just so that I can start to cover up the two ends that weren't covered with the first piece that I put in. So here goes the second layer. Alrighty, so I'm going to add that in there. Grab some tape. Here, the bubble wrap. Okay. Going to cut this and add some tape down the other way. Alrighty. And no particular real science here to doing this, right? And it doesn't have to look pretty. What's the most important part is that you do protect any open ends, little handles and stuff like that, that you shove them with some paper or something, again, to protect them. And then that you're over wrapping to make sure that your item arrives safely at the other end. Okay? So, doesn't have to look pretty, like I said. Let's go on with our third layer here. I'm just going to add in another, and as you can see, I'm using all sorts of different tape here. Okay, so that part's in there, making it nice and tight, and there we go. In goes the third layer of bubble wrap. Okay, so now, again, we're going to close up our ends here on this side. Again, just going to grab some tape and seal up my ends. Flip over, do the same thing on the other side, close this up, and then bring the tape up and around. Alright, let's take a look here. And I also just want to feel if I can actually find, where is it? I can't. That's the cardboard. And then, yeah, it's good. So actually I didn't need to really do 4 or 5 layers because the amount of bubble wrap I have on this already is enough, in my opinion, okay? And I know that because when I squeeze around and I try to feel for the item that's on the inside, I actually can't. So, and I know everything's all nicely protected in there. That will arrive safely. The other piece is just the base. And for that, let's see, I'm going to, let's see here if I can start this off, just to kind of fill that out a little bit. A couple pieces on the bottom here. This. And the box that I'm going to use is going to have lots of room for these 2 items because you don't want, even though this is just the one item, you don't want to have an itty-bitty box, right? Just because you have an itty-bitty box and, oh, you can squeeze it into a small box, doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to arrive safely. Because again, right, if items are moving around, you want to make sure that with all the bubble wrap and protection that you've added to your items, that they're going to arrive safely. So let me just sort of start this one off. And that wasn't tight enough. Just trying to seal up. Like there's a little bit of an indent on the plate, right? So I'm just filling in that gap. Just for a bit of cushioning in there. Okay, so let's get this bubble wrapped as well. And again, I'm just using some of the bubble wrap that I have from other items that I've either, like leftovers from ones that I've already shipped, or even items that I myself have received. So let's start off with this piece here, and I'm just going to pull that over there tightly, okay, to close, and there we go, that's alright. And then on the edges, as well, just kind of wrap that in a little. And then on the other side as well, I'm just going to fold that in there and put in some tape. So I'm just going to continue wrapping here, and you guys can just watch and follow along. alternating, wrapping this ways and then adjusting it and then wrapping them the other way. And that's just so that I have an even balance between wrapping and getting the edges covered. Okay, perfect. So, though that, see, my butter dish ends up being at least 6 inches or so in height. So, next is the box, and I don't really have too much left over here. What I could do, though, again, I've talked about this, is use my egg cart. I've got one of these air bubble things left. I've got a small piece of bubble wrap there left. I'm actually going to use the egg carton because that's going to take some of the blow as items start to move around. And I'm going to put this in. Okay, and I'm going to put this on top. So, another thing, okay, is that, and I'll show you the inside here, okay, is that there's some space, right? There is a gap. Even though I've got some bubble wrap in there, even though, right, so the egg carton on here is going to take the blow, but I'm also going to jam in some more there and there, and then I'm going to put this on top as well. because if the box gets crushed, it's pushed in. Again, that's what the egg carton is there for, is that it's going to take some of the flow from the box getting moved around. So that piece is really in there well. This piece is going to fit on top just fine.